One of these days I might be able to nail that whole fade out thing with the waiting music. Hi, pals. I don't think anyone's here yet, at least judging from the chat. First time in a while that we're starting with nobody, but I'm experienced with being alone. Let's do this. So I guess there's no reason in that case not to just go ahead and jump into the game. It's not like I can waste all that much time. Oh my god, David's here. That's a person. That's someone. Hi, how you doing? Welcome. I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the game. Let me open things up. Hello, Frontier Village. First Xenoblade stream I've caught. Well, you've entered at the point where we're about to go after the Telethia. We just got Ricky and Melia. So I'm in Frontier Village. Last time we basically did quests for 4 straight hours. It's fine. We finished up things here in the village, story-wise, but there are a couple quests here to pick up, namely 2. This person wants me to kill bugs, I assume. Did Dunban just ask, have you been working out to a Nopon? 5 Machna Ilukas, okay. Neato. Let me know how audio is and if everything is okay on the technical side. I checked just before the stream. I'm pretty sure the other quest is on the 6th floor. Is there anything else? Oh, well, there's something here on the 5th floor. 5th and 6th floor, okay. Go to 6 and then go down. So I've switched my party up a bit since last stream. Last stream I was playing as Ricky alongside Shulk and Dunban for pretty much the whole game, for pretty much the whole like 4-hour session. I decided to swap things out today because I haven't done I haven't played as a party without Shulk before. And I'm curious if Dunban, Ricky, and Melia can hold their own. We've got a healer and a tank. The main thing that sounds terrible regarding that team is letting the AI control Melia, because everything I've heard has said that Melia is really not super useful unless you're the one controlling her, because the AI does not know how to play her. The AI is awful. I haven't actually experienced that yet, so we'll see. AI is probably better than me with her, though. That was the case with Sharla. Basically every character, except for Shulk, Ryan, and Ricky, I'd say the AI does better than me. Let us aim to resolve this matter as quickly as possible. Okay. I've, apparently done a good bit of this quest. I'm curious just how much, though. Frontier Village, was it material quest? No. This one. Oh, I need Enigma Lotuses from Magna Forest. Okay. Of course, the reward is a jungle cap. I already have like 3 jungle caps. I also did a lot of armor management off screen. If anyone wants to see that. Ricky looks wild now. I took the jungle top, all the jungle armor off of Melia because, it turns out it had less ether defense, I think, than her default armor. Plus, it's all light armor, and good light armor should go to Dunban because, he was still wearing his default clothes. Now he finally has light armor that is better than his default, and, that's what he needs, I would say. There is something in the floor below. Let me just fall. Sure. I like going Shulk for the main story quest and stuff, and then just go buck wild with party comp during side quests. That's basically what I've been doing. Not too far off from my strategy. Last time I basically played as Melia and Ricky the whole time. I guess I didn't have a party without Shulk, but yeah, I've mainly been experimenting during non-story parts. Otherwise, it's pretty much exclusively been Shulk, Ryan, and Sharla. I think now is the point in the story where I can start switching that up a bit given that virtually everyone on the planet says Charla eventually becomes useless once you get Ricky and Melia. Okay, so I got food for Leku here last stream. Leku will not become Hero Pun. That big relief. Just don't want to be Hero Pun. Here? I mean... Have a chinwag with cleverest Nopon in village. Have a chinwag with strongest Nopon in village. Have a chinwag with cutest Nopon in village. Is it gonna point me to who these specific Nopon are? I assume so. Charlie gets a lot of shit, but she was an important part of my party when fighting the super bosses. She hasn't, like, become useless for me just yet. And, like, honestly, I don't see her becoming totally redundant, but... I guess that I did get the last two. I did get Melia and Ricky last stream, so I haven't really had time to see if she's outclassed just yet. Whoever these particular Nopon are, I'm not finding them according to the quest markers, at least. But this person has a quest. Hello, Doba Doba. Now tell me, my young friends, this is absolutely not my voice. How important are pollen orbs to the Nopon way of life? Well? All the pollen orb lamps. Without the pollen orbs, our village turned to darkness. We make best orbs from pollen taken from Yellow Flower Grove. Monsters are causing trouble. Grab 5 lots of yellow pollen. Okay, I guess you're trusting me with this because it's, I was expecting go clear the monsters from the grove. This seems a relatively temporary fix. If you had me kill the monsters, you could go, you know, do the thing yourself. Go grab them. But sure. I'll be your courier yet again. I don't know if the game expects me to actually go around and talk to every Nopon to find out what their role is, like find out which one's the cutest, but I assume not. I assume it's just dumb luck that they weren't on any of the floors I was just on. Whatever, that's fine. So where do I need to be going story-wise? We spent far too long on quests last time. To the point where I streamed for 4.5 hours instead of the usual 3. So I promised that this time we'll get back to the story. So where in Machna Forest? Because it's telling me to go to Machna Forest, but I don't actually see the marker. It's probably going to show it to me once I get out there. Thank you, Cambot. I am a sad small streamer. Before we head on, there's a red exclamation point. Most of the RPGs I played do not have this many quests, and they're a lot more involved than chase the exclamation points. That's not a criticism. That's just, wow, I get sidetracked. The only games where I get sidetracked like this are like Breath of the Wild and Animal Crossing. Gotta go withdraw bells. Wait, there's a bug. Wait, there's a fish. Wait, there, you know, that kind of thing. Most games don't affect me like that, but this and Breath of the Wild are the main exceptions. Hello. Single item. Enigma Lotus. Okay. So I need a couple of those. Let me look at the full map to see just where I need to go. Okay, way over here. I will pass a couple things. It's not as if I've explored all of Machna Forest just yet. There's quite a bit of things I can do. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna get back up on the bridge and just cover the tracks that way to the best of my ability. I did lots of Orluga murders. One Nopon wanted me to kill several different types of Orluga, and I'm not sure that I actually killed all of them. I don't know if I encountered every type of Orluga. feel like I've only seen the Terra or Luga, but I'm too lazy to open up my quest log and actually check. God forbid I don't complete that quest. This is not a completionist run by any means. Ah! What happened, Melia? I've also realized I should probably travel with more varied party combinations because my affinity with most characters hasn't been great. Oh boy. Pretty much everyone is still at roughly neutral affinity, except for Ryan and Shulk. And Dunban, you can't simply. Okay, you can. Guess we're fighting it down here now. Oh, nope, that's immune to break. Of course it is. Suppose I can just use the kick then without worrying about trying to inflict a stat. And down it goes. Cool. Even if you're not going for 100%, the Frontier Village quests are some of the best. Okay, that's good to know. Most of my, most of yesterday's stream was focused on completing what we could in Colony 6. I'm pretty sure I finished everything that was available to me. Let me just make sure. Yes, I did. I've got lots of Frontier Village quests left over that I don't think I'm gonna handle specifically right now, but I'll definitely come back and at least clear out the majority of them. Gaming. Hi, Mr. Streamer Man. Hi, Mr. Ferret. Mr. was an assumption. I only said Mr. because you called me Mr. There's an exclamation point down there. And one right there that just showed up. I assume that's a... Stream's lagging right off the bat. Incredible. I hope that didn't just happen on my end because I just saw frame drops happen. But not a significant amount. Yes, I am a male. Don't worry about it. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, what is that I need to kill? A Breezy Zolos. Which is exactly our level and has a spike, but I suppose we might as well get down there and at least make the attempt. Partly Awesome did a host. Hey pal, how you doing? Welcome. We're roughly on our way to progress with the story to go after that Telethia, but we're really just roaming around the outskirts of Frontier Village to kill some things. I am girl. You are. Did I say anything that... I didn't say anything that contradicted that, yes? Pog didn't miss the Telethia. No, not by any means. Watch out for this unique monster's friend. Oh God. Oh no. Ricky, you gotta do some healing. We need... Oh God. I'll make you do healing. Granted, the only one you can really heal is Dunban from here. But that's fine. I don't know what elemental she had. That did almost nothing. He stands right in the walking path of the level 90 T-Rex. Oh, good. Oh, good. I definitely walked by that earlier. Only marginally horrifying. BRB going to refresh. Okay. I'm realizing that, with... Oh, God. This is not good. Dunban's dead. This might not be the best party combination. At least not for doing this. Absorb Ricky's aggro. Granted, I'm near death anyway, but yeah, this is not a good party combination, at least for how I've been playing. Like, you can't easily topple things even with the chain attack because Dunban's the only one who can inflict break or topple. Well, Ricky can inflict topple with he can force it without doing break, but that's a percentage chance. And yeah, anyway, we're gonna get down there, and I think in a second I'm gonna switch my party a teensy bit. Hello. That's a giant mammoth. That's what that is. Burno dinos. Yeah, let me switch my party out. Maybe if I do the same party, but I'm Ricky instead. Let's. I have curiosity. What is 2 tanks gonna do to the party? Rip Macho Man Randy Savage's pal. Dunban, Ryan, and Ricky. And you know what? I'll take control of Ryan. Been a while. Haven't played as Ryan in a good bit. Never mind, I'm not back because Twitch said, fuck you, get delay. Incredible platform, just the best. Jeff Bezos, my father. Rip Macho Man Randy Savage's pal. Guess we'll go down this way. Wait, that's not the thing, right? No, that's just a standard Machina X. There it is. Hey, bud.
Let's give him hell.
Let's give him hell.
Yeah, I'm turning up the hate.
Okay, so Dunban can inflict break, but this is too big for that to actually happen. Suppose this team would probably do a lot better if Ricky wasn't the healer. If Charla was the healer, this would be fine. I don't know if Ricky is quite ready yet, unless I'm the one playing as him, quite ready yet to take on the duties as the healer. Also, without Shulk, we can't do much about the future attacks. Ricky, let me heal you. Oh, I don't need to do that. No, I wanted to go warn Ricky, but I died. Well, this is not a very good, not a very good sequence of events. Yeah, maybe if I'm gonna go after Big Boy, should probably, instead of experimenting, just focus on what's effective. For now, at least. Sorry, fellas. We gotta throw Shulk back in there. You know what? Shulk, Dunban, Charla. No, I miss Ryan. What am I saying? We're already 30 minutes in. This is off to a slow start. Then I guess I'm gonna go buy people. Those 34 seconds of stream I saw were good. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Hope your internet's better next time. Hope it improves. Cause you were able to watch last stream with a few problems, but it worked. Did I miss anything in chat? Nah. Just internet issues. Can relate. Rip Macho Man Randy Savage's ferret. Hold on, is that enemy not active anymore? Because I don't see the exclamation point. Or maybe it's further down. Just hasn't been loaded in yet. There is something up in that cave, but I feel like I'm too far to bother with it now. Oh, there it is. Hey, buddy. There's the giant dinosaur. Let's just hope that's not a problem. Charlotte, you gotta get Ryan. Oh, and me. And me. I'm also necessary. As Shulk, I need to be more mindful about just hanging back for a bit so that the tank can actually absorb the... Can actually absorb the aggro? Otherwise, this happens. Oh god, I was gonna save Ryan. That didn't happen. This is going very poorly. Remarkably terribly. Where is Ryan? Oh, well now I'm the one who needs reviving. Charla! Charla! Maybe I shouldn't fight this yet. Maybe I'll be here for an hour if I keep trying to fight this. Bye, Charla. The main thing that's making me say that isn't even the fact that the fight is hard. It's just the fact that, unless I'm wrong, according to the map, there are no landmarks between here and that enemy. So, I have to rewalk this same long path every time I want to fight it. And I feel like, for now, that's not super worth doing over and over and over. Wacky. I do think, now that I'm not specifically going for that enemy, I will see what that cave up at the top is all about. Hi, something's trying to attack me. I'm not gonna fight you on the bridge. I'm sorry. We've done this dance before, and it always ends with me falling down there. And I very specifically do not want to fall down there right now. Somewhat contrary to my goal. Okay, so I can go up here. There was something up in... I keep calling that a cave. No, it's more just like an offshoot of the rest of the village. Are there still things to kill here? Is that was it a time of day thing? Hold on. Anything? What changed? What changed? Was it just items that spawned differently this time? Yeah, that walk was pointless. Good, I'm glad. So far this stream is pointless. But we do have a bunch of things now spread all over the place. Fine, I'll go back to the entrance to chase that one exclamation point. What's down here? Something minor, I take it. Probably just a, just an item. Let's grab it. Please don't die, Shulk.
This isn't going well. Don't give up. I'm right next to you.
I got an Enigma Lotus. I assume this one up here is probably also that. Doing a lot of grabbing of Enigma Loti. I choose to believe that's the plural, even though it absolutely isn't. Now where is it? Seems to be up on top of this. Can I climb up there? Yeah, okay. need 3 more of those, and then the quest will be done. We had everything else we needed. Yep, go back to this one. How many times are we gonna go to the village entrance? And go forward here. Guys, I promise we're gonna do story stuff this time.
Alley-oop,
Alley-oop!
alley-oop.
Again. Once more with feeling. Oh, you can't open the map during fights. I didn't actually know that. You would think at hour, what, 20? How long have I been playing this? You'd think at hour 20 that I would have noticed. Okay, you can't open the map in combat? Just feel like that's something that would have become obvious, but you know, it's fine. This will be death.
This isn't going well.
It won't.
Sorry, I got a
This isn't going well, he says as his legs are crushed below him. Well, it's been a while since I've seen a Piranax. Here's a couple of you. Shh. Shh. Listen. I suppose I can walk. I actually can do this fight. When I was playing as Ricky, he was swimming, no matter the depth of the water. So I just kind of assumed, oh, I'm in water. I can't even do this fight right now.
Everyone, let's go.
Well, I would like to find his side. Split edge? Okay, it did work.
All together now.
Okay, that's down, but there's another.
Backslash. How good are we?
Looks like we don't have one.
Came out of nowhere. Yeah. You like that?
Okay, we have a full party gauge. I don't see reason to use a chain attack here, though. Not much of a point. Can I get close? Thank you. Well, this fight's gonna go on forever. That's what it looks like.
Let's focus our efforts.
Well, let's go one at a time. And you know what? Since this is gonna last a while, let's go chain attack. At least get one of them out of the way quickly. Can I do break? I can. Topple it. Charla wasn't even in the chain attack.
We did it.
I know it's related to her talent art, but I don't actually know what causes that.
Now we're getting started, and nothing's gonna stop us. I'm powering up.
But yeah, half the time Charla won't even be in the chain attack because I guess her rifle's overheated and she can't do anything.
All together now. Right with you. Come on, we can do it. We got through.
Granted, I think a lot of the
Let's stay alert.
vitriol people throw at Charla is less because she gets outclassed later and more because her talent art is just bad. It's just not good. You don't want it to be full. Okay. Got a couple things. It's okay. I know there's an inventory limit. And the game said very early on, if your inventory gets full, you should go sell your things. I have done almost no, I don't think I've actually sold anything all game, and we're at the 20-hour mark. So eventually I'm gonna have a rude awakening when I hit that ceiling and have to sell like everything. But I haven't sold a thing. Oh, hello. Yellow pollen. Yellow pollen 2. Yellow pollen 3. Oh, I have to kill you. Wait, that's from a completely different quest, I think. But sure.
Right, you're a lifesaver.
This will be fun.
Powering up. Now. Backslash. Now it's right time. Wow. How good are we?
Oh, that can take break. If it's big at all, if it's more than twice my size, I'm like, I can only break it during a chain attack. There's no point in trying.
Let's not lose our heads, though.
Let's stay alert.
I have to kill 5 of these things.
Do
Okay.
this. This one's mine.
Don't let a single one escape.
Powering up.
Oh, I'm stuck. Sure would be great if I was not stuck.
All together now. Right with you, Silk. Come on. How good are we? Take this.
Let's keep on going.
Split edge. Okay, let's finish this.
Why don't you zoom to the other side of the map? That sure helps. Okay, that one's dead. That one's asleep. I'm aggroed. I would like to not be. Ryan, please take it.
Bring it on. Shadow Eye. Right, you're a lifesaver. Big backslash. Eat this. Split edge. Slash. I'm powering up. Boom.
Okay, that got me part of the way through 2 quests. It looks like the rest of it will be just around that corner. So let's open this chest and then rinse and repeat all over again after whatever this is for. Second lot of green Aluka juice. It smells so strong. Does Deki really expect a Baba to drink this? So is it random when it decides to tell me if a quest is if an item's important for a future quest, or are there specific quests that are programmed to have foreshadowing? Oh!
Monado, lend us your power.
Sure, Buster, why not? That did almost nothing.
Behold the power.
Oh, there's a lazy Bluco. That one is what am I attacking? Everyone go for this one. Go for the big boy first, I guess. Leave a chain attack. We might as well go for it.
Here we go. Take this. Right. You're up. Joe.
Topple that. Charlotte's actually involved, but like reduces aggro. Oh, she is aggroed. We don't want that. Oh, another. Okay. So I can daze it. This does have a spike.
How do you like that? Nicely done. This'll leave a mark. Bigger edge.
How did Shulk die? From the spike. From the spike. And we haven't discovered any landmarks, so back to Frontier Village it is. It's fine. That's only a 5-minute walk. Everyone's still alive. I am, but only because I respawned. Whoa! So did I get the rest of the yellow pollen? I don't think I got enough of it while I was there. Let's try and aim for the water this time. Actually, I'm pretty sure we stay on foot in that water, so I'll still take fall damage. Just a marginally smaller amount of it. Please don't look at me. Oh god. Go behind it. Go behind it, I said. Do not turn around. You are not my friend. Oh god, why am I slow all of a sudden? Is it the water? Is it the rain? Don't think I've ever encountered that before. Okay, I suppose it was the water. Back to normal. Now this time, I'd like to not fight every single one of these at once. So if I can lure them one by one, I'd appreciate that. Did these just respawn? Well, there's a bunch of them in front of me. I'm not gonna go back to fight those. Those would be much easier pickings, though. At least I think. Get over here. This is the friendship zone. That is not the friendship zone. I have been bound.
You don't need to tell me.
I joined the fight pretty much just before Ryan is gonna kill it anyway. Don't worry, it's fine. Okay, 4 out of 5.
Let's get going.
Man, what a bunch of jokers.
He said the thing. Okay, here's the things, but where are the enemies? Yeah, I figured. There's one. There's another. Yeah, you follow me this way. Would like to reiterate that I don't want to fight all of these at once. Ryan, if you could topple it, that'd be great. You didn't do it last time. You're not going to do it this time either, are you? Of course not. Okay, so that's the last one for that quest. The unique one isn't here. Do we have to walk into a certain spot for it to spawn? Stream Edge is a shockingly large range. Didn't know that. It's like even when I'm bound and it's way over there, I can still hit it with Stream Edge pretty easily. Even where I wouldn't be able to hit it with a backslash. There we go. That goes down. Where's the unique one?
Wasn't really looking.
I was hoping for a rematch. But he said goodbye. That's okay. Fiery Dino. Fiery Dino Piranha. So there doesn't seem to be much of note. Here, turn the corner, there's the story progression. Whoa! There's another tree. Oh my god, there's the level 98 dino. This is risky. Level 35 dino. Far less risky. Suppose while I'm here, I should probably go ahead and activate the cutscene. Like I want to turn this way and see what all's down here, and I will do that. But given the fact that there seem to be no landmarks nearby, I might as well get this out of the way. That looks like a giant ether deposit right there.
What is this? Ricky never see before.
Ricky never see before. Ricky grew eyes.
This not Ricky's Machna. Ricky never see before.
To think it has caused this much damage.
Okay, so this is new because the forest is suffering.
What do you mean?
Are you telling me the Telethia did this?
Telethia absorb and drain the surrounding area of all its ether.
That's it. The Telethia is sucking up all the ether, which is causing the natural environment to change.
Okay.
Shulk, the Telethia can read your mind. Expect it to know what you will do before you do it.
I know. I'll aim for its antenna and stop its ability to read my thoughts. With the Monado at our side, it doesn't stand a chance.
It's much more powerful than its offspring. Do not expect it to fall so easily.
I won't. But we have to trust in the Monado.
Shulk has only met Telethia once, and they were merely the spawn. So why is he so sure of himself? Is it confidence, or a trust in something?
He just answered that question.
Yes, it is trust. He trusts in the power of that sword.
He straight up said that, like almost verbatim to what your thoughts are saying.
What did he say it was called? The Monado. I see.
Most of the time, the translation is pretty good from what I can tell. But occasionally there will be those little, like, weird bits where, hello.
Stick together, everyone!
Dino Beast, because Ricky imagined...
The Telethia. I take this chance to bring vengeance to my brethren and fulfill my duty. Shulk, I will trap it and cease its movement. Strike when the time is right!
Melia!
Cue a fight where you have to play as Melia. Or no fight at all. Be still.
Oh yeah! She's nifty with that stuff!
Also, hi Gremlin.
I knew it. She can control ether energy without using catalysts or rifle shells.
I've heard that such people exist. But I never thought she would be one.
Shulk! Right, Shala! Protect Melia at all costs. On it!
Right.
I find it a little weird that that revelation is coming right now. Okay, organized party. Yeah, I'd like to do some shifting, I think. Still take Shulk, because I'll need to, she's nifty with that stuff! With every thought Melia has, I begin to trust her less and less. I tried to get my dad to play Breath of the Wild. He agreed, and the first thing he did was set himself on fire and die. That sounds about right. When Cade first played Breath of the Wild, my brother, he missed the first tree branch and proceeded to play for like 45 minutes without finding a single weapon. It was just watching him sprint away from fight after fight. Okay. This was the party we used last time, and it seemed pretty decent, but only because I was playing as Ricky. I'm curious if that changes, if that'll stay the same here. Melia learned Mind Blast. I intended to have Melia in this fight. What the fuck am I doing? Well, that's fine. Electric Gutbuster. Can't believe you actually did the Sonic Obama thing. I'm not gonna explain what that is, but I'm just gonna leave that without context. Okay, we need to purge it. Okay, so far this at least feels a lot easier than the first Telethia fight, solely because there's only one that I have to there's only one I have to worry about. Why is this hard? Only one I have to worry about using Purge on. The first Telethia fight was extremely hard because you can only use Purge on one enemy at a time. So as I was damaging one enemy, the rest could not be damaged and were doing extra damage to me. Okay, I dazed it. Sonic Obama thing? Don't worry about it. So on my Twitter, I posted another funny haha video of me doing Sonic voice. It's Sonic doing Obama speech. But where is it? It's on my Twitter. It's the, we tortured some folks. Press conference. Okay, it's playing this song. It's playing Engage the Enemy. I'm terrified now. This never means good things.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's no good. My ether shots are having no effect.
Its regenerative power is too much.
It is all right, Shulk.
Destroying the Telethia is beyond us. We should cut our losses and mourn those who perished.
Never, Melia. The men you lost, I can tell they were dear to you. I know only too well that desire for revenge. And the crushing pain of losing those close to you. I can't stand by and let another person experience what I have. This monster is going down. I'll trap him with the Monado. Then the rest of you hit the Telethia with everything you have.
Thank you.
Ready?
Okay, do we get to switch party again? No. It's the funny good song. Why is it funny? It's definitely not funny. Very little makes this song funny. Monado Purge. Yeah, that was effective, right? Yes. Nope, can't do break. Not without a chain attack. Thankfully, we're pretty close. And there it is. You misspelled eat die. You wrote eat hide. Cool. Down it goes. Now I daze it. Quite the vocalization there. Oh, we're already to another chain attack. Thank you, Ricky. Kind of forgot that he can just dance and fill it almost instantly. Is it still bleeding? Yes. Okay, we'll just... Well, is it poisoned? Let's poison it. It could do with... It could always do with more debuffs. Happy Happy is a good move. It's a very good move. You know what? Let's paralyze it too. You never have too many. My god. Okay, resisted it. That's fair. It has 4 debuffs and daze, which is a debuff in itself. Okay, it's down. Good. Yeah, Ricky's overpowered. Suppose that was probably intentional for the funny comic relief is actually the most powerful of the group joke.
Now! Dumban!
Bites on this!
Whoa.
Now, Melia! Finish him!
I really feel like Melia should have been in that fight. I wish I hadn't made that mistake. I mean, we were doing things effectively. Like, it went well, but I do wish I had chosen Melia. That was my intent, and then I forgot what my intent was.
Brilliant thinking. Even though the Telethia can absorb large amounts of ether energy and regenerate at an incredible rate, absorbing so much energy caused it to implode.
Oh, that's what you said.
Who would have thought? Brute force wins again. Nothing like an old-fashioned scrap. Dixon would have been proud.
It was the only way I could think of. If there had been another way...
Don't listen to Dunban. Soon you and that Monado will be unstoppable.
It's like a Tephra cave. It was almost natural, instinctive. The Monado responded to me, and I harnessed a new power.
I didn't get a new art there, right? I already had Purge. It's just a much higher stakes environment in which to
You'll
use
get your
it.
chance, Shulk. We'll turn that face mech into scrap.
I know. That's what keeps me going.
Hogard, Garin, Damil Aizel. Are you there? I did it. It's dead. Did you see? I thank you for your aid in my cause. Justice has been served.
You're welcome. Besides, it was mostly you.
It was not.
Dino Beast!
It was mostly him, to be honest. Like, unironically, it was mostly him.
Hereupon Ricky ready for round 2. Hey, a fight over already? No, Ricky not no!
Ryan looks so sad. Like, everyone's just, like, staring, like... And Ryan's like...
I'm afraid it's all finished.
We couldn't have done it without you, brave little hereupon.
Ricky brave! Ryan also a little brave.
A
Ricky
little.
happy?
I like that. That was a good little moment. All of that. Like, it really felt like they were a big, cohesive team, and I think that's the first time that's really happened.
Hereupon Ricky, be proud! Hereupon Ricky, tough guy!
Hereupon Ricky, bestest!
Look at him. Barely hit a toe and he gets all the praise.
He was in the party. You were not.
Let him have his glory. A few days ago, the villagers wouldn't give him the time of day. Besides, won't you miss him just a little bit?
Chief Dunga, Ricky beat Dino Beast. Does Ricky still have debt?
No, Ricky. Your debts are repaid.
I need to know what the debts were. That's what I want to know.
However, while you were gone, your little pawns ate like ravenous Oluga. It set Chief Dunga back quite a bit. No pawn, no frontier village. A new prophecy has been told. Our hereupon Slayer of Dino Beast will further his legend by accompanying the Hum-Hum on their travels.
Well, the chief is a dick. Like, obviously, the party's gonna be a little annoyed that he has to keep coming with us. But... Really? Oh, you did the thing? Yeah, your debts are repaid, but you have a new one.
And bringing peace to the lands of Bayonis.
Ricky never hear this?
It was prophesied many years ago.
Oh, was it?
Chief lying! Chief make a prophecy 1 minute ago! Oh, Ricky mad!
Ricky, go with these people. For the sake of the village, you must go. My instinct is never wrong.
Never.
Do not worry, Ricky. Your little puns will be taken care of.
Dadapon stomach rumble!
Dadapon.
Dadapon need food! Dadapon need food now!
Dada? Ricky, what on Bionis is going on?
Friends, meet Ricky, Wifey Pon, and Little Pon.
You have got to be joking.
What?
Wife and children. Ricky, how old are you?
Ricky have 40 years.
I was going to say
Oh,
40.
Friends look puzzled.
Not puzzled, just surprised.
Comically large family. God, there's so many.
Ricky! Oka borrow monies for Little Pond's food. Chief Dunga know best. Ricky must work for Little Ponds to have good life.
Ricky will. Okay, Oka.
Okay, okay.
Ricky, happy to join friends.
Ryan happy too. Come on, Furball.
Ryan happy too.
Now you can return with your head held high, my dear.
Indeed. Thank you, Dunga. My thanks for your gracious help.
Not at all.
Not
Peace
at all.
has been restored to the Makna region. On behalf of all Nopon, thank you.
Chief Dunga is very fond of Melia.
Far more than he is of Ricky.
Same hom-hom, different world. Not fair if you ask me.
Chief Dunga, will you kindly grant these homs passage to Erith Sea? It is my promise to them.
I thought he already did.
Without question. These hom-hom fought valiantly in aid of our village. And a request by you, my dear, cannot go unanswered.
Ricky, why are you dancing back there?
I shall inform the villagers at once.
You are too kind. The chief has spoken. You should depart for Erith Sea at once. Prepare your things and see me when you are ready.
But we have, like, things to kill. Okay, we'll stick with this party for a bit. Melia is elsewhere. While we're here, let's check the map, see if there are any more quests to pick up. Changes quite a bit. Hey, there's one to turn in. Why don't we head there? Where and who? Right. No? Wait, hold on. This one. Oh, is this, I'm not turning in a quest. This is related to, yeah, one Nopon wanted me to talk to the cutest Nopon. Friends think Peppa cute? Oh, friends make Peppa blush. Support Leku. Maybe I should add him to my list of potential princes. Okay, well that's one. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the map. Okay, that seems to be it for now here. I'm gonna look at Magna Forest and see. Well, you can't see unless you're actually in the cell already. So, okay, I guess we might as well go talk to Melia. Because, like, even if I am gonna stop and do a bunch of quests before moving on in the story, I want to do so with Melia in tow. I think that makes sense. Hi, you're down there. What if I just hop in on top of you? This is a normal thing, and this is the entrance you wanted from me. Hey, pal.
Melia, what will you do now?
I would like to repay you for your help. Permit me to act as your guide to Erith Sea.
Of course. We'd love you to.
But I must warn you, Erith Sea is vast. Do you know where you wish to go?
There's a dark tower at the head of the Bionis. I saw it in a vision. That's where I must go.
A dark tower? Then we need not search at all.
Oh?
So you've heard of it?
Heard of it? I have seen it. A dark tower at the head of the Bionis. Only one place fits that description. So you know it? I believe what you saw was Prison Island.
Prison Island. Dixon said the same thing.
Indeed. Melia, have you ever been there?
I have not set foot upon the island, but I know of it. Prison Island is sealed. No one may enter without Imperial sanction.
Imperial sanction.
Imperial sanction, eh? That means we'll be needing someone to grant us entry. I've heard that Erith Sea is home to an empire ruled by the High Entier.
Okay.
They might be our best chance.
You are knowledgeable for a Homs.
Sanctions, empires. Anyone help here?
Where'd you stop in your first playthrough, Cam? I think I stopped the day that I got the final party member. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know how. The latest area that I remember the name of was Alchemoth, but I think I had just gotten the last party member.
A sanction is permission from someone important. An empire must be a place ruled by an emperor. In other words, we need an emperor's permission to enter the island.
This emperor, is he important?
Ryan. They usually tend to be.
Long before we Homs built the colonies, a group of so-called royal types, or Imperials, ruled our lands. Think of them like the heads of our colony, but with much greater influence and power.
Now I get it. Dunban knows more than a textbook.
Are you kidding? That's first year Hom's history, Ryan.
I might have slept through that class. So when do we get to meet these high-entier folks?
You are so... Oh, forget it.
First, we must travel to the Imperial capital.
We'll see how easy it is to see this Emperor.
My promise was to be your guide. I will not break it.
Melia, isn't that the...
What?
The shortcut to Aerith Sea. Yes.
Okay. Isn't that... Okay, you know what? Swap the party a bit. I'm gonna take Melia. And Shulk here. Yeah. Is this a good party? No idea. We don't have a tank. Ricky's pretty versatile. I've seen people say that they sometimes outfit Ricky as the tank. Okay. There is a heart-to-heart here. We don't have the affinity yet. But that's Melia and Ricky. So, map. I kind of want to go back into Magna Forest and see what I can do there. So back to the village entrance. We'll head to Aerith Sea eventually. One day. Because I was actually in the middle of something before I was in the middle of something before I fought the Telethia. I saw a story marker and I thought it was going to be a cutscene introducing me to a new area, and then I'd go through said new area and the Telethia would be the boss of said area. No, instead you just jumped right into the fight. I didn't remember that. So that's wacky and fun and cool. I imagine what's probably about to happen is that I'm going to fight the wacky, that wacky type of Magna X again. Here's the end cell. At least bring you over here. Make it a bit of an easier time. Alternatively, you will disappear. I mean, this is a more favorable, this is a more favorable outcome. Okay, that's number 4 of that. I do see something down there. Ricky can basically be any role, honestly. Highest base HP in the game. Nice. Okay, well that's good to know. I just have to outfit him appropriately, I suppose. I basically just threw a bunch of gems on him with very little thought. All of the others, I basically know what gems enhance their general abilities, but Ricky, I was like, I don't know.
Prepare yourselves.
Everyone, do your best.
Try hard.
We haven't leveled up since the last fight with this.
You always keep me calm with you. Now I see there is strength in unity.
I'm glad you're with us, Melia.
Ricky, battle sword. Manifest.
Okay, Ricky is in fact acting as the tank right now. This works. I'm okay with this. Oh god, Shulk! Yeah, you might be a little necessary.
Right, it's not over.
Oh, now I'm dead. That's fine. That went perfectly smoothly. I don't know what its spike is. And I think that's really the main problem, is that it keeps inflicting a spike and I don't know what to do about it. Do I gotta change my party again to actually do the fight properly? I want to experiment, but the fight's too hard. Go ahead and hop down there. and fall for long enough that I die. I want to kill this. No reason, I simply wish to.
Everyone, do your best. Okay, guys. Now we're pulling together.
Yes, I feel it too, Shulk.
Oh, it's been toppled.
I
Nice.
feel the ether building within me.
Melia and Ricky together are just debuff machines. Fellas, what are you doing with that? What makes you think this behavior is okay? What cave am I in? Oh my god. Hello, everything. This is good. Okay, we escaped. Are you still following me? That, like, clipped somewhere else. Okay. What if I ignored you entirely? This is helpful. One more. Wow, this is slow moving. Shield bug. I'm gonna take the long way around down this way. Is this where that enemy is again? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me switch my party. I'll take Ricky. Dunban and Shulk can have their fun times. That's not the one. This is the one. Get over here. Can we not deal with the giant dino? Why is it that sometimes it has sight detection, sometimes it doesn't? I'm scrolling through Tumblr as well as watching this, so when you said, fellas, why are you acting like this? My first thought was, oh, Thomas and Donnie are here. Not an unfair assumption.
So feel no fear.
Everyone, do your best. Leave this to me. Electric Gutbuster.
Alright, better get on the other side. I've mainly been using using Ricky as another Shulk who just attacks from behind constantly while Dunban takes the hits. Oh, bad thing about to happen. Okay. Gonna delay that chain attack. Shulk, you gotta save Dunban after finishing this art. Shulk, Shulk, Shulk. Where are you? Oh, about to attack yourself. Or about to be attacked. About to attack yourself. Oh, speed orb. Oh, wait, does it have a... Oh, does Purge get rid of the spike? Why didn't I know that? Did it miss Dunban? I think it did. I think I successfully saved him. Alright. Let's have wacky times. Is he bleeding? Yes. In that case, let's just attack him from behind. Oh, I wish I could use Blossom Dance. Damn. Oh, and your talent gauge isn't full either. Okay, in that case... There we go. Not a bad amount of damage. I was just hoping I could, I was just hoping that I could purge it. Get rid of that, get rid of that spike. Given that Shulk doesn't seem like he ever is going to. But it's almost dead, so. Wow, it's remarkable how much better this is going now that I'm Ricky. Quest complete. Cool. That took a bit.
Ricky, find goodies.
Tend to your wounds and prepare for the next battle.
We got an affinity coin. Okay. Keep going down. That exclamation point down there is probably the last Enigma Lotus. Lemonade. What is a Lemonade Sky video game? Princess Daffodil. See, that makes some sense. It's like the Silent Princess in Breath of the Wild. That's what I'm choosing to say. Okay, it looks like I need to make it up this from some other angle. Another Lemonade Sky. Magniferous. Been a while since I've fought one of these. It'll probably see me as I go for this. Windmill Pavilion. Oh my god, a landmark. Thank God. I've never been so wanting for any sort of landmark. My dad dropped the gamepad on our cat because he was startled when it rumbled. Is the gamepad okay? Suppose the cat broke the fall. What's up here? Does this just take me back up to the bridges? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. In that case, let's keep making our way down. This is a whole, like... The southern section of the forest I just really didn't go through at all. Gamepad's fine, but the cat is angry. This is understandable.
We can definitely do this.
I wanted to fight this because I haven't seen one of these before.
Victory is within our grasp.
There's probably going to be a quest to genocide them. We all know it. Cool.
Let's stay focused.
Of course, the problem with these seems to be that they travel in super large groups. What is this that I need to do? Sabulum Orluga? Now I can progress in that one quest that said, hey, kill all of these. Give me all these types of Orlugas, and I didn't see a one of them. I only saw one type. That is the opposite of what I just said. Okay, my arts do continue to recharge while I'm playing dead. So I suppose if I'm just like vibing anyway, waiting for Ricky's arts to refill, I might as well use Play Dead. Okay, looks like we're just hunting these for now. Okay, if I do the happy dance, we're at a chain attack already. Let's do it. It's already bleeding. Do a sneaky. Do a worldly slash. Do a backslash. Whoa, that did a lot. That was a good multiplier. That wasn't even with the, you know, the actual bonus of hitting it in the back. There's no reason to poison it this late in the fight. There we go.
I can see that you're in pain.
Nothing can beat Ricky.
Dunban, you're embarrassing Ricky.
Ricky is Heropon, so feel no fear.
Everyone, do your best. Make it a swift victory. And
Thank you, Ricky time.
I did not mean to use Play Dead. I meant to paralyze it. I mean, that's fine.
victory is within our grasp. Time for a chain attack. We can
It is not time for a chain attack. We will not be using a chain attack this late in the fight. I'm sorry, Shulk. How many more of these do I have to kill? The number just showed up and I simply did not read it. What is this? What is this man doing? Look at him like, are you wave dashing? What is this?
Leave it to Hirobon.
Don't get careless, guys. Leave this to me.
Do a happy dance, immediate chain attack. It's bleeding already. Dunpan always leads with that.
Got it. Almost there. Everyone, don't let your guard down. How do you like that?
Yeah, this combo's extremely overpowered. Am I fair in saying that? I mean, I suppose we are a bit higher level than most of these, but like, you can start seemingly most fights off with a chain attack and then get a multiplier by having all of them use red arts and like do over half of its health in the one attack because that multiplier is just so good. Like, look, we're already up to 2 blocks again. If I dance 4 more seconds of this fight, and we're already back up to a chain attack. We've already done that much damage to it. Sneaky. Worldly slash. Backslash. Down it goes.
Be careless.
Yeah, I've mainly been playing Ricky as support. Cause he's good. He's competent at healing, mainly when combined with Shulk's light heal. But also he has all the debuffs in the world. Kind of interesting that they I know they're not both ether characters. Actually, I'm not even sure if that's correct on Ricky, but kind of interesting that they give you Melia and Ricky essentially back to back when they're both support characters, and having both on a team would, I don't know, kind of just strikes me as, will this kill me? No, only because I'm Ricky. Oh, I just realized the only reason Ricky was so durable and took falls so easily was because he has so much goddamn HP. Anyway, I came here for this ether deposit mainly, but there's a good amount of different new Orlugas. But sure, we'll fight you first. Oh, well that's dead. No reason to do a poison now.
Leave this to me.
God, they always kill it right when I'm about to do a thing to it.
Let's keep this up.
I was about to paralyze that, and Shulk said, "No, you don't get that time."
Leave it to Hirobon.
Don't get careless, guys. I don't have time for the bullfight.
Can I topple it? No, but I'll bind it. And then it'll be toppled again anyway. Wow, that was fast. Let's chain attack this one. Go ahead and inflict bleed. Finally beat Dunban to that.
Okay, my turn.
Good multiplier again.
How do you like that? Just like old times. Use the fight. Magnificent attack. Everyone, let's go. All together now.
Yeah, sure, I'll steal from him. Okay, that's 2 of 3 that I need of that type. I've also been getting Orluga masks. I forgot that that was also something I needed. Cool, my time in this weird crater seems to have been useful and fruitful. Now let's climb back up. And then there's another, is that another? Yep, okay. That's the last of this type of Orluga. So I just didn't go into the right sectors of the forest to find these.
Ricky is hero born, so feel no fear.
Make it a swift victory. Everyone, do your best.
Ricky sneaky.
Electric dust.
Top hero born.
Roll it
Go,
now.
go, go.
And then, assuredly, this will kill it.
Go. Got it. Okay, guys.
There we go.
Together.
So only need hero born Ricky.
Now what else is there?
Not bad.
Ricky was cool,
Hey,
eh?
buddy.
Amateurish.
Dun dun. You got me swoosh dodge technique.
Leave this to me.
Everyone you have.
Split it. Yeah. We're gonna win. Final push.
Finishing.
Electric dust.
Sidekicks make Ricky
Cool and nice.
proud.
But we mustn't be careless.
That goes
Piece of
down.
cake.
Did I just complete that quest with the Orlugas? I think I did. Pretty sure. Okay, here's some more of these. I think I'm gonna ignore those if I can. But there do seem to be other things I need to kill. Oh, I still need to kill Orlugas, not because I still need them dead, but, well, I suppose if I need to kill them, I do need them dead. But now it's not specifically for the sake of killing them, it's because I need masks from them.
Use a chain attack.
Ricky sneaky. Hero dun dun go.
Here I come. Go. Okay. My turn.
Okay, that chain attack killed it. And see, after we finish the chain attack, we have half of the party gauge full again.
Everyone, let's go. Backslash.
Ricky's friends winning. Thank you, Ricky time.
Having Ricky in the party basically just makes it... a bot, and we don't have any mods. I have to take care of this. Obscene. I banned it.
Piece of cake. But we mustn't be
Eat,
careless.
die. Amos Orluga.
Ricky is hero born, so feel no fear.
Everyone, do your best. Make it a swift victory.
Fighting. Fighting.
Sounds perfect for a chain attack. I was
Go,
born.
go, go. Ricky sneaky. Dun dun.
Aha. Go. Leave it to me. It's not
Oh, and we really comboed that too. Okay, well, it's dead, and look at that party gauge.
Wow.
just like old
Now
times.
give me mask. No? No mask? Fine. We're almost done with this quest. We're so close. Now we're depending on drop rates. It's probably like a 75% drop rate, and I'm still gonna need to fight like 12 of them to get one to drop. Hi, are you all above? Where are these things that I'm supposed to be grabbing? You see on the map, there's a lot of exclamation points. And yet nothing here to actually get, it seems. To climb up somewhere? Perhaps? Yeah. Can you climb this? No. I lied, it merely looked like it. There is a specific icon that tells you if something can be climbed or not. So that was on me being a stupid child. I don't see what it is I need to be going for, but I do see another Orluga. So that's simple and easy to take care of.
Sidekicks, Ricky lead you to battle.
Everyone, do your best. Don't hold back. All right, I'm feeling it. Electric dustbuster.
Ricky, feel tougher.
This will leave a mark. Stay focused.
What if I topple it again instantly? It will die before I get the chance. You won't even get the chance.
Leave this to me.
Sidekicks make Ricky proud.
Cool. Let's keep this
Our
up.
party gauge is already almost full.
Not bad at all.
Damn. Well, that still didn't finish the quest. I don't have the things I need. Very confuzzled about these, exclamation points here. Yep, there's something down below. Just need to make sure. I'm gonna spawn back up there. Is that at the last landmark? There is a decent bit of walking I have to do, but you know what? It was worth it. I figured out what was going on. Now I know what's going on. And it respawned a bunch of these Orlugas, so that gives me. My death was actually a net gain.
Ricky is hero bound,
Have
so feel no fear.
have another chance at grabbing all these masks I need. This is the longest one of these has ever taken. I was about to try and topple it. Well, it's toppled already. And I did successfully.
Nice job. I can see this isn't pushing
There you go.
at all.
There's the mask. So, need to make my rounds yet again. That is a surprising distance away. That ether deposit respawned, but I'm not gonna jump back down that crater to grab some crystals. I have crystals. Granted, I don't know how big that deposit is. Might be useful if the materials are of a larger size, but does that mean I'll do it? Even while contemplating how useful it would probably be? Yeah, I'm not going to. I really did take the long way here, didn't I? Black iris. Is that a flower? It was someone's eyeball. Okay, what is the exclamation here? Amos or Luca? Wait, have I not killed enough of this type for that one, kill all the Orlugas quest? They're doing a lot better at toppling things all of a sudden. They weren't doing that all that much. Okay, that quest is done. Those Amos Orlugas that can carry stuff on their backs. Oh, okay, this one was specifically to kill this type. Again, there was one that was to kill like 3 separate types of them. They just really had this massive vendetta against all of them. Okay, I see what I have to do. There's a pretty big, you can see on the map, there's a loop around the bottom. So I have to walk this way, take that path, and that'll take me under here to where I saw all those enemies congregating. Hello, fellas. Well, if Ricky can get positioned properly, I can poison all of these. I poisoned 2 of them. Or was it all of them? Oh, that's my computer making noise.
Just like that.
Done. Very good. Nice.
Leave this to me.
Always take chance.
Electric Gutbuster.
Let's topple this. Why not?
This'll leave a mark.
And then paralyze it. Just add all the insult to all of its many injuries. Oh, they learned skills.
See, this isn't pushing you at all.
Oh,
Cool.
I'm gonna have to
Let's
mess
keep
with the
this up.
skill links off stream later. Yet again. Several Orlugas. 2 guardians block the path. Code lair. Can I just walk between you? Crude wooden fence. Held in place with a bolt. I don't suppose killing both of these will remove the bolt. Does that make sense? No, probably not. Should have saved the chain attack for the other one, I think, but it's fine.
Aha! Worldly smash! Don't go! Leave it to me! Not bad!
These are slightly higher level than the ones we've been fighting. That's something. Okay, yeah, they can kill that one while I poison this boy. And also paralyze him. And also steal from him.
Everyone, feel the flow of battle!
Only feel done, scary voice.
Okay, that's dead. Just got a weird feeling in my right eye. That's cool.
Not bad at all.
Another Orluga mask. Now, can I... Held in place with a bolt. How do I bust through it? Can I not... I mean, clearly I can eventually. That's probably a quest. Someone wants me to go down here and kill all those things. And it doesn't want me to do it until I get the quest. Just got out of orientation for the newspaper. Ooh! How'd it go? Hi, Donnie. How you doing? Running around Magna Forest as the little volleyball boy again. Just killing a bunch of things. We'll get back to the story momentarily. Honestly, I feel like we've probably done enough here that it's worth going to Aerithsea now. We killed the Telethia, big scary bird thing, if that means anything to you. Go up and grab this ether deposit up ahead. Not gonna call it fun, that's fair, but it is pretty exciting. Absolutely. That's completely valid. Hi. Hello, friends. What if I force topple you? What if it didn't work? Did I miss? Oh, Shulk halved his health. I'll fix that. Pickly Rickley got put in more debt. Ricky got put in bedtime.
Leave it to me! Got it! Backslash! Okay, guys.
Okay,
now we're putting
those are
together.
down.
Focus on this moment. How do you like that?
How do you like that? That one sounded borderline Scrooge McDuck the way I said it. Jettison that jalopy off my driveway this instant, you deadbeat! Do you like my funny, loud DuckTales quote? Wasn't that entertaining? Oh, there's an... Oh, I have to walk down here to get that ether deposit. Well, I'm Ricky, so... I can take all the fall damage in the world.
Steel yourself. The fight has only just begun.
Who even voices Scrooge anyway? David Tennant. Currently. It was Alan Young. Adam Sandler. But yeah, currently it's David Tennant. If you people didn't know, I like DuckTales. Haven't watched enough of it to say I'm an avid fan. I keep telling myself I'll get around to season 2 one day, but I like it a lot. Season 3 is underway, and I still haven't gotten around to hi, hello, level 98. Dinosaurus. What a good name. Her DuckTales is good though. It is good. Yes. Can concur. Can confirm. Oh, that's right. I fought that Telethia earlier, and it was in front of a giant ether deposit, but after doing the fight, it automatically brought me back to the village, so I couldn't actually get the things. Nick did a host. Oh my god. So, 3D All-Stars. What of 3D All-Stars? I have made my pre-order already, begrudgingly. I don't pre-order games, but I had to pre-order this one because God knows that Nintendo's not going to keep supply up, and scalpers have already taken up pre-orders in a bunch of spots and are selling their pre-order on eBay, and like Nintendo's not going to keep it on the shelves. It's not going to be existing past March until they inevitably do a re-release. But yeah, I pre-ordered it. I want it. Real glad they're doing the collection, but of course I have the milquetoast opinion of oh my god, they're doing a 3D collection. It's what we always wanted. Why is it a limited release? What is wrong with you people? Knowing also that they're almost certainly gonna re-release it at some point. Like, that's not gonna be a purely limited release, almost definitely. But to even make it temporarily limited is, you know, that's predatory marketing. I'm excited because I've only played Galaxy. Oh, that's right, you said you haven't... Yeah, you haven't played the first two. So that'll be real good for you. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on him. I'm excited to replay Sunshine most of all. I feel like most people are in that book, but I streamed Sunshine not 100%, but on an emulator. I did like the 70-star run, or however many stars you have to do to beat Sunshine. Actually, Sunshine's not even linked to how many stars you have specifically. Shines. But anyway, I streamed that a long time ago, and because I was doing it on the Dolphin emulator, it was marred with technical problems, and I really don't feel like I actually experienced the game the way I wanted to. So I am excited to go for the 120 Shine run, which I will be streaming. I've been wanting to stream Sunshine for a while now. Oh, when I streamed Sunshine, that was also back when I had people on in Discord calls, which I don't do anymore generally. But I remember playing the game and like just chatting with Donnie about unrelated shit while playing it, which, while fun and a type of thing I'm not opposed to doing, I don't want to do for my first playthrough through a game, because since I did that, I feel like there were probably levels that I don't really remember, because, oh dear, yes. Felt like they forgot about Galaxy 2. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. One theory I've seen that I think makes some sense is that, because the Joy-Cons aren't like gonna be proper pointers, they'll be doing the pointer controls in Galaxy by simply using the gyro tilt. That is fine enough for the Starbit pointer in Galaxy 1, but in Galaxy 2 you have to do precise movements where you're moving and pointing at the same time to do Yoshi. To control Yoshi properly, that those controls are too precise to actually map onto the Joy-Cons, and that might be part of the issue. I don't know. That sounds plausible, but I also feel like if they really wanted to port Galaxy 2, they would have found a way around that. There's a zoom out noise? It does a whoosh. How has it taken me 22 hours to notice that? Also, with all these memes about the penis box, I think box time has somehow actually aged like fine wine. The what? Oh, you don't know the penis box memes? Someone else explain. I'll explain the box time thing. Oh, you're talking about the dick party fire. Huh? When Donnie used to be on call, on my streams, occasionally he would, just put a box up to his face and go, box time. And it would be super echoey, and that would be the whole joke. That would be the joke. Box time. Punch Out Switch, please. I'm not opposed. I would stream a Punch Out Switch. Probably wouldn't get it like day one, but I would stream it. Could say something, but we've already been there. Oh, hi. You have a quest. Have become a little farsighted recently. Undoubtedly from reading in dark places while lying down. Me had Upa Ember, me could use it as reading light. Okay. Get 3 embers in the forest. That's something. So I don't actually know where I need to go for, nope, that's not it. Where I need to go to make it, to Aerith Sea. But there are quests to grab, apparently. Several quests to grab. Anyway, I'm going to... I could say something, but we've already been there. About Punch-Out. Fair. Do I need to get the knife? At least I don't know. I'm specifically referencing a video of the voice actor of Jimmy Neutron saying, "Uh-oh, it appears you cried to Undertale Mute." I can't do that. And according to my calculations, that means you're going to the penis box. 4 ash foxes. I have 7, right? Well, that finish. I've said this so many times, but I can't stress enough, like, how weird it is to play a sort of game like this, where the quests are, like, very much not interesting, and they don't really even pretend to pretend they're super interesting. It's always just go grab this, go kill this, go grab this, go kill this, and, how the quests auto-complete and everything like that, and how that's completely, like, not alien to me. I've played this game before, and, like, I know how MMOs work generally, but, like, how there's all that sort of stuff that if transplanted into a game like Fallout, I would hate. But because they're streamlined so well, they're done very well here. Like, this is an RPG in the exact opposite sort of way that I would want from a Western RPG. Like Fallout New Vegas, for instance. They take such different approaches to the genre, and, like, of course a JRPG is different from a Western RPG, but they take such different approaches to the genre that something that is an amazing strength in this game would be a detriment in something like Fallout, and I just find that interesting. Bash Lazy Blueco. Oh, I fought that. I fought that and died to it, but I fought it. Oh, you're the smartest Nopon, I suppose. So, one of the other Nopon asked me to go find the cutest, the smartest, and someone else, probably the strongest, I don't know. Okay, so that's done. There's a couple more here. Need to climb up. Or slightly down. That also works. Fuck me, does JRPG stand for Japanese RPG? Yes. Find the Dinos hook in Frontier Village. So that's just here. That's just vibing around. I don't think I want to fuck you. What does that mean? What was that in response to? Oh, fuck me. God, I hate myself for not knowing that. I don't blame you. There's a lot of obvious acronyms that I've had trouble with. Initialisms, not acronyms. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to use the bathroom. I will be back in like 3 or so minutes, and we'll continue like turning in and completing quests here, but once I get back, the focus will be to get to Aerith Sea. We're gonna do some vibing in Frontier Village to turn in quests and things, and then the focus will be progressing in the story, because we've, let's be honest, wasted a lot of time. So yeah, I'll see you pals in a second. Let's go to intermission. Bye. Gamer moments, gamer moments, gamer moments, gamer moments. I don't know what I'm doing. Hi, gamers, pals. How are all of you? Okay, so we're back and we're going to continue vibing here in Frontier Village and completing some quests, or at least picking up some quests. I don't know if we'll finish anything. There's something on this terrace. Let's go here. Orientation went on long enough that I'm gonna have to go to In-N-Out tonight instead of the dining hall for dinner. Love that feeling. Love that. Would you say In-N-Out food is an improvement over dining hall food? Yes, but the dining hall does trump In-N-Out in variety. There's only so much you can do with burgers, fries, and shakes. Yeah, absolutely. I would normally. Also, In-N-Out costs money. That's the main thing. The dining hall is included in the housing bill, so of course that's where we want to eat. But also, yes, variety. And at the dining hall, I ate burgers so much anyway that going to another place and also eating burgers that frequently, I don't know. Variety's important to me. Okay, so this is the one I need to talk to actually make it to the RSC. What is this heart to heart? Can't do it yet. I found out my newspaper job doesn't pay me since I'm lower level staff, so yeah, money important. Wait, it doesn't pay you? At all? Oh. How did you? That's annoying. Do you have to like work up to that? Are you essentially an intern right now? It's kind of annoying. What else is there? There's more. Middle housing level. Okay. Yeah, let's go here. And we'll walk to the floor below. There will be a quest waiting. Everything above general staff is paid, and even then the pay is terrible, but the main draw is how it looks on your resume. God, I love the job market. This one's useful for experience. Strange friends, strange friends. Do you know what a mixer is? It very handy hom-hom device. Not what I was thinking. Are we about to make a blender for him? Must talk to a hom-hom who's good with machines. Oh, you want Shulk specifically. I have to make Shulk the party leader. God forbid. But the paper has to make its own money like the yearbook does. Fair. Annoying, but fair. I mean, that makes a lot more sense than it does for like a high school yearbook. Like a high school yearbook, I do believe absolutely should be funded by the school instead of forcing the student staffers to go out and sell advertising. But, you know, on the college level, that makes a little more sense. If we could get the right parts, we could easily make one. Okay, we're getting parts to build a mixer. Grab materials for a mixer. Okay, that doesn't actually say anything specific. Two generic shafts and two generic blades. Thank you, video game. Those are great material names. Hey, I'm here. Oh my god, he's here. Hi, Jake. Welcome. How you doing? We're kind of vibing doing random quest things, so... we're kind of talking about unrelated things. Now we're talking about Donnie's job. What? Putting me... Is that pronounced Mikkel? Just gotta make sure. Like, I always doubt myself reading that name for some reason. Then we can head to the Colony 9 lab and make the mixer. Been a while oh, we have that. Like, by far we have that for... We have 8 generic shafts and we have 2 blades. Okay. Quest completed. Wait, take them to the development lab in Colony 9. Okay, this is a multi-step quest. So we finished the first quest. The second quest will be to go to the colony. Golly gee willikers. Okay, what else is here? Let me just check the map again. Okay, on the first floor, there's a quest to pick up. And on the ground floor, there's a lot to grab. So first let's fall through the floor like always. That felt like a rude welcome. I'm sorry, Jake. The Decam 3 eat die TK. What was that supposed to be? Hey, buddy.
Yes, no.
Me love roast potatoes. Pronouncing it like the element nickel is absolutely fine too. Mikkel. Okay. Not Mikkel. Mikkel. Cool. Yes, I will put him on the keyboard. Thinking about eating dye. Grab cool potato. I definitely have several cool potatoes. Grab 2 cool potatoes in Colony 9. Thank God quests autocomplete. Can you imagine having to, like, you already have the materials for all of these things and you just stand there and you have to hit A over and over and talk to the person twice to turn the thing in? That'd be minorly annoying. Flexible, easy name, I think. This is fair. I don't think that there's many ways that you could pronounce it and, like, get a weird look for it unless you just straight went for Michael.
Hello?
Hero pun can fix any problem. Okay, what do you want? Mushy mushrooms. So I have to find soft mushrooms. 8 kelp mushrooms. I have 13. That's a surprising amount of quests in a row that I have already had the materials for. Oh, and I have to turn this one back in. Okay. My tummy will surely be satisfied. It is a little weird how many, how some of them require you to actually go back to the person and turn them in, and some of them autocomplete. I think generally if they don't autocomplete, that means they're one in a quest line. But this doesn't have... He doesn't seem to have another quest for me. Okay, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's fine. Change to daytime. I'm gonna go to 10. Is the kid version of the name Michael? Okay, yes. I knew they were related, but, which in German is pronounced Michael. Michael? That's wacky. So not incredibly wrong necessarily, but like not totally correct either. About 50% right. Pretty much that's the best way to translate it to English. That's mildly awkward, but but you know, hello Migaga, speaking of awkward names. It has sounds that English does not, so I had to improvise. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Translation is hard. Sweet aroma coming from the altar. Okay, what do you need? Oh, to see into the future. It has really strong, funny smell. It makes me feel dizzy. My brain turned to mush. I think I'm going to be sick. What am I gonna have to do? This smell is a smell I have smelled before. This smell is a smell I have smelled before. Do friends know it? Could you go into more detail? Weed? Weed? Are they having weed? I'm gonna let her talk a little more and see if we can draw that conclusion. Smell of certain drink. Sorry, fellas. That my hubby Pon Kofuko likes. How strangely strange. Is some hidden around here? Investigate the source of the sweet smell. This quest is titled Sweet Seduction. I think my hubby Pon is up to something behind my back again. So I have to investigate a scent. Interesting. You're smelling it from the altar, but I'm not to go... You're smelling it from the altar. Where could it be that isn't here? Because clearly there's no quest marker here. Okay, let me do a check again. Just looking for exclamation points as usual. Finding one. This way. This way. I lied. Peppa. Friends got them. Oh, okay, this is turning in a material quest. Cam, did you see my other message up there? Oh, I saw it and then didn't read it. It's like, I'll get to that, and then you sent more things. Milky Milk and the... Wait, Mickey Mick and the Funky Bunch. Been super productive today, cleaned whole apartment since it was cool outside, opened all the doors and windows, and realized how fucking stuffy it actually was since I never opened the windows. This room, IRL. It was... Well, okay, wait, what's the temperature right now? I could ask it, but then it'll say the name of the town. But yeah, the past couple... I saw earlier it was like 81 and like 7, but yeah, the past couple days it's been cool, but it hasn't been in here. I've opened the doors and it was nice, but like I'm not gonna do that while I'm streaming, and then it heats up again and it gets gross. Okay, quest completed, cool. She wanted cute things. That was the scenario here. So let me check again. There's really nothing else for me to turn in or do. Nope, there's one. God, the times keep changing. Times they are a-changing. The time keeps changing, and as such, different things are becoming available at different times. So every time I check the map, it's like, oh, there's a new thing that you couldn't do a second ago, but now you can because an hour has passed. So walk down the stairs. I think there's a quest. Yes. Turn here. Now, how about you? I've talked to the cutest and smartest Nopon. Is this what you want? Like you heard from Lupa, Peppa, and Modamo. All of them Nopon of distinction in Frontier Village. Maybe someday Kilaki will be Nopon of greatest distinction. Who's Kilaki? Give my regards to Lupa, Peppa, and Modamo. Is Kilaki your kid? Meat you get not enough to satisfy Kilaki. Okay. Okay. Wait, you have another quest? Oh my god. Nope, this one's Kilaki.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo! Want to be big, strong hero pun. He wants some tasty meat. 2 tasty Ancel wings, which I have already.
Yoo-hoo!
Hi. Here's your chicken wings. There's a bug! Please get off the light. Well, actually go toward the light and stay there. That's one nice thing about having giant film lights in here, is that when bugs show up, they become exceedingly obvious and also easy to kill most of the time because they're just flying around the same basic spot. Like, this super bright lamp is going to attract all of them. At the same time, they wouldn't bother me if they didn't make themselves obvious, if they just, you know, stayed vibing under a desk or in the windowsill. Like, that'd be fine. Wait, did he say he was gonna use the monster to use the meat to beat a monster? Quest completed. Oh, and I told you I did a flying lesson for my birthday, right? I realize I probably did not. No, you did. You did. Well, you said you were going to in advance. I took an hour flight lesson and basically used it to sightsee our town, and that video is going on my channel. Nice! I'll be interested to watch that. You have another quest. Let's see how long I can sit here with this face. Friends should have never given Kilaki that meat. Friends must bash that... I am liking at least that these quests are having, like, even if they're your standard go get this thing, like, this has a much better sense of progression between quests than most of the areas have. Like, it's, okay, get this thing, and then get this thing, and then the person uses the thing wrong and attracts a monster, so you have to kill the monster for him. Bash Obsessive Galgaron. That sounds like a transformer. In the area of the Hode Lair in Magna Forest. Okay. Neat. Oh, I know exactly where that is, I think. I'm pretty sure there was an area with a gate that had a bolt on it that I could not bust. So I was unable to actually go in to fight the enemies that were there, and I'm 90% sure that's what that's for, is that quest. Any more exclamation points to touch? Yes. Oh my god, video game. Okay. Let's take this and let's go down 2 floors, I think. And then probably find out that I said before taking the break that I was gonna go vibe and do some quests, and then we'll get back to story things that are actually interesting to watch, as opposed to me walking around and talking to people and doing only that. And then the game said, no, every exclamation point will show up in a staggered fashion, so you can't zoom through all of them at once. See, even these 2 that I am walking up on, those weren't here before. When I just checked the map. I always forget how fun the streams are because I always end up doing things around stream time. It's nice you run really late. I like doing late streams. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad they're fun. Wait, Dunban said Shulk is growing up really fast. Not easy to make very special red pollen orb without this pollen. That is why red pollen orbs are so precious. Okay. That sounds like you're gonna need something else in a second. No? Okay. How about you? Yay! Hello, Cherry. We bashed Magna Iluka. Tell Rasha to mind her own business. What? Okay, so I was told to kill 5 monsters, and then went to go... I was told to kill 5 monsters on behalf of someone else, so I went and told that someone else, and now she's telling me to go yell at the quest giver for making me do that. Mildly bizarre, but okay. I suppose we are also turning that in. My god. Okay, let's go to the map. And find out that far more exclamation points have shown up. No? Nothing? I guess they're probably just not active at this time. There they are. Let's do that one. Please fly not around the television. Listen, I tolerate your existence, Moth Boy, but, when you obscure my vision, that's a problem. At least in this case, late stream is appreciated. Orientation started at exactly 6. Yeah, that's an issue.
Oh, fine.
Mildly inconvenient. Cherry said I should mind my own business. She needs to learn some manners and grow up. Alternatively, don't ask people to go commit murder of a population on someone else's behalf because you think they'll like it. You might be the one who's bizarre in this case. Cherry will be able to sleep now.
Cool.
You have another quest.
Oh, fine.
Are we talking about George Bush? Pretty much all the quests in this game are go kill a population of creatures. I was zoned out and just heard you describe post 9/11. No. This quest giver said to go kill five of a type of creature. My niecey Poncherry doesn't seem to want to spend time with me. Oh, she's actively mad about this. She's my only relative though, so I want to be close to her. My fellow Americans, we tortured some folks. Shulk devastates the ecosystem of the entire Bionis. Oh god, that fucking Sonic video cam! Had the idea for that a month ago, and then 9/11 rolled around and I was like, oh, I recorded this. Suppose this is relevant today. Don't know if that's fortunate or unfortunate. Feel like I should be a mama Pondicherry because of that. Oh, did she say something about her mom passing away? Is that what that was? Now that I think about it, she said she needed some filtered water. She must need it for her work. Would something like that be okay, I wonder? Oh, Cam, was my announcement video funny? Your announcement video made me do a laugh. I need the dopamine. I'm just gonna throw dopamine at you through the camera for you to inject directly. If I brought it, she'd probably not accept it. Oh! This is standard, like, murder and fetch quests, but, like, the scenarios are getting progressively more complicated and depressing. Like, yeah, I'm just being told to kill 5 things and then go pick up water from somewhere, but the reason I'm doing it is because the aunt has a strained relationship with the niece and thinks the niece will not accept them if it comes from her. Ouch. Okay, is that it for the exclamation points now? At this point, I feel like I need to stop checking because there will be more every time. No. That's it. Okay. In that case, I'm not gonna go back to do a bunch of other quests. I'm not gonna, I just picked up a bunch of quests, but I'm not gonna actively go and do them just yet. I think now is the time to actually progress in the story. Hello, transport guide. Me can send you to Aerith Sea in a flash of light. Are you ready to go? Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Whoa, okay. I don't know if that's what I expected. I suppose you did say flash of light. Who is doing this? By what means?
What is it?
What is it?
Friends, jumping ball. All go to Aerith.
Jump? In that? You're nuts, Furball.
Well, why do you think it's there?
You have nothing to fear. This will take us to Aerith Sea.
She's getting progressively blurrier the further she walks. Yeah, you can tell it's a Wii game. Ultimately. They can hide it all they want for the Switch port, but this is still a Wii game. Alright. I assume there's gonna be a cutscene when we get out there. Oh. Oh my. Think we might get into heavy cutscene territory, like back to back to back in a second, if I remember correctly. So, if I'm not reading chat, that'll be why. Oh, that's a finished chapter. I suppose that makes sense. We did just do lots of things. Okay, we're in chapter 8 out of 14, I think? We're halfway through? By chapter count. I assume the chapters will get progressively longer, but I think we're halfway through. 14's the number I remember. I'm not sure if that's accurate. You know, that save screen would have been a real good pausing time to stop and read the big message Jake just sent. But I didn't.
Who would
This
have thought
place is
Aerith
pretty.
Sea was right on top of Ricky's village? Dive deep enough, you can reach their tree.
Perhaps you should try.
Might do. Haven't decided yet.
Cannot accept the fact that they're British. Why does the volleyball dance in every cutscene? I don't know. That's all Ricky does.
Is something wrong?
Aren't you curious? About why we're going to Prison Island, I mean.
Oh, that's right. We did bring that up, and we were like, hey, there's this big dark tower we're trying to go to, and we hear it's very dangerous, and we need, like, Imperial authority to be let in. And she was like, okay, I can help you. No question as to motive.
It is not common for Homs to visit this region. You may have good reason, but forgive me. I do not pry into other people's business.
I would imagine that'd make you more curious. He's like, aren't you curious? And she's like, not many of your kind show up here. That's why I'm not asking.
It's definitely bugging her, Shulk.
How dare you, you clown?
You clown.
It's okay, Melia. We're not strangers anymore.
She just joined our party, for those who don't know.
Well, You were right.
So then you'll listen to our story?
And then it'll fade to black.
Yes. Tell me why you were here.
Basically, it all started when...
There you go.
I see. I had heard about the Mechon assault on the lower regions, but did not know the situation was so grave.
We're going to Prison Island because Shulk, being able to see the future, saw it, a big black tower, in a vision, and that seemed to be where we fought the metal-faced Mechon who killed Fiora. So we're going there because he sees in the future that we go there. Kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, but you know.
How lucky we are. Hey, what's that?
Oh, I was afraid a monster was just gonna show up. Look at that floating island.
You are looking at Prison Island.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
So that's Prison Island.
Island meaning it floats in the sky.
Yes. And that is the Imperial capital, Alcamoth.
A name I've said so many times because it's the last place I remember being in this game.
Right? A floating city is a bit weird.
It's not the last place I was in this game. It's just the last place whose name I remember.
Built with superior defenses in mind.
Incredible. What technology makes this possible?
I do not know, and I've never had the need to.
You don't know? It doesn't freak you out?
I don't ask questions that I don't care about the
You
answers
can
to.
eat bread without knowing how to bake it. Makes sense to me.
Okay, fair enough, I suppose.
You will need Imperial sanction to enter Prison Island.
Okay.
We will travel to the capital first.
And how do you expect us to get up there? Fly?
Yeah, she's gonna call a bird from down above. It's like Skyward Sword. She's gonna call her Loftwing from Skyloft. Gonna carry us up there.
There is a transporter up ahead. We can use that.
Alternatively, she'll fly us up there with those fucking wings on her head.
We've been deep sea diving. Now we're gonna fly. This place.
Now
gives
we're
me
gonna
the creeps.
fly.
I guess we don't have a choice. Right. Onwards to the capital.
Still,
What is it, Dunban?
it's a sight to behold. Those look like anti-Mechon defense systems.
That's the line you're ending on? Those look like anti-Mechon defense systems. Okay. So Mikkel is absolutely the most well-behaved kitten I've ever seen, but the motherfucker has the most intense daily training regimen. At 4 a.m., it's run around the house and actually bonk your head against the door several times. Many times he basically just runs around like a madman for 30 minutes, and when he gets tired, he just drops and sleeps on the floor for 3 hours. Rinse and repeat. It sounds like kittens. He'll mellow out eventually. My cats, both of them, their daily training, their daily routine is lay down, get up, walk for 2 minutes to another location, lay down in that location, get up, do it again. You will be hard pressed to see either of my cats in motion. No, that's not true. That describes one of them. The other one will lay down for hours, get up, yell at you, be very vocal that he wants to go outside so that he can lay on the driveway instead of on the carpet. I enjoy Mikkel right now, but I'm definitely looking forward to when he's more sleepy. This is fair. This is absolutely fair. Many people have told, wait, as much as I love your cat, Jake, you have to stop talking about him or he will be kidnapped. He's too perfect. Many people have told me that if he goes missing, they are the prime suspect. This is show Dark Works, LMAO. It's called a bootstrap paradox. The going there because we're destined to and solely because we know we will go there. Yeah. Okay, that's the name. I knew it had a name. Like, there's so many time travel paradoxes that specifically have names because they show up so much. Hi, this is up above my head and I can't actually hit it. Okay, now I can. Aerith Hilm. I like how that first fight I did, I didn't even like pay any actual attention to the fight. I just mashed buttons and I won while reading chat.
But we mustn't be careless.
Something happens because of what it did in the future. Okay. Evil Google, show me Dark Skyloft. But I guess we don't have a choice. Guess we don't have a choice.
The enemy's weak.
Cruise Pagel. Pagel? Pagel. Pagul. Okay, cool. We did so many quests that I'm not... Are we over-leveled for this place? We're 5 levels ahead of the enemies we're fighting right now, but I assume that'll change soon. Like, these are level 32. There's a pretty decent range. Perna Iluka. Suppose I probably shouldn't waste too much time standing here and fighting all of these, because inevitably when we get to Alchemoth, we'll be told to go and kill these sorts of things specifically. And the more we sit here and fight these, the more redundant that is. So I'll kill this one, and then I think we'll just walk forward. Let's go down pretty fast.
We got through that pretty good. I can see this isn't pushing you at all.
I do want to switch my party, though. Yeah, I think... No, I don't want Charlotte. I want Melia. I'm gonna go Melia, Dunban, and Ricky. That's roughly the party I started with, and then did very poorly with at the beginning of the stream. But that's fine. That's fine. I want to experiment, and I want to use Melia a bit. Like, she just showed up, and she's very integral to the story right now, and yet she's gotten basically no time in the gameplay spotlight. So I think it's fair to give her some. Doomsday Poppy. What makes it a Doomsday Poppy? Who looked at this flower and was like, yeah, this apocalyptic. I think it's fascinating. Every action is a self-fulfilling prophecy you can't escape. In Dark, for example, characters from 2053 travel back to 1888, where they set up the very contraptions that will take them to 2053. I love that kind of shit. I love that kind of shit. Oh, what am I trying to think of? Oh, basically the whole plot of Sonic 06 is just that kind of bullshit. Just time travel everywhere. Everything that happens is because someone traveled back to the past and made it happen, which gave them the ability to travel to the past and make it happen in the first place. And then by the end of the game, they, erase the events of the game in the first place. It's wacky. Silver. Hovering Reef 1. There will be several hovering reefs. These are level 85. That's level 34. Let's not deal with one of those at least. There are several transporters here. This is the one we just came from, but if we turn this way, there's another. Melia, you're our guide. Do you know which way we're supposed to actually be going? Or is this going to be like a maze where it's just trial and error? They only know to go back to 1888 because they recall their past. Or like Bill and Ted. I don't know anything about Bill and Ted, but that sounds about right. Another one of those, oh my god, you'd adore this movies that I still haven't ever watched. Doomsday Poppy number 2. Doomsday Poppy number 3. We've got a big group of enemies up ahead, but looking at this map, it looks like a dead end. Looks like just an ether deposit and a bunch of enemies. What if I ignore... Oh, we're getting more Orlugas. I was assuming those were native specifically to Magna Forest. But no, those are in the Aerith Sea too. I'm glad that all the things I'm saying make very little sense to most of the people watching. I don't think anyone watching right now has actually played Xenoblade Chronicles before. Usually there's at least one person. Unless Partly Awesome's still here. But she hasn't spoken in a while, so I assume she's gone. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight these for now. I could probably take them, but I want to get to Alchemoth. That's what I want. Without spoiling anything, someone goes back in time to make sure his entire society is created. That sounds wonderful. I like stupid time travel stories. Okay. Let's go this way. process of elimination dictates this is the way to go. Is there anything behind it? What's this? Oh! Oh! There's a ray, like a laser. That's the closest thing I have that shows exactly where the teleporter leads. Holy fuck, Bill and Ted is the holy grail of stupid time travel stories. Sounds like I need to get around to that. Especially given that, we just got a sequel. Just got a sequel. And apparently it's pretty good. That would be the third Bill and Ted movie, right? I don't know why I'm walking this way. Into this, specifically into the dead end corner where there seems to be nothing. You can jump into the ocean. But there doesn't even seem to be like a shore or anything that makes that worth exploring, at least for now. The threequel. It's a trilogy, but a good one, unlike the latest 3 Star Wars is. I don't like the third one, but I like the first 2. The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie. Changed my mind. I've never talked about Star Wars on stream. What? Okay, I'm organizing files. What year was AP Physics? Okay, that was junior year, which would have been 2017 to 2018. Hit another whitetail. Another whitetail. They both really fluffy. The year, just not the class. Okay, solid. So I need this for a quest in the future. What was I saying? For the whole I've never talked about Star Wars on stream, for those for whom it was before their time, when I streamed Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, one time I canceled the game like an hour into the stream because I was grinding for a quest and nothing was happening. I just stopped the game and decided to talk about Star Wars for 5 straight hours, just complaining about how terrible The Rise of Skywalker was, especially specifically in comparison to The Last Jedi. I remember this stream! I was gonna edit that down, and then I did try to edit that down, and I didn't think it was worth it. To edit it down to an actual digestible length made it just super disjointed and not fun to watch. But yeah, during that stream I was like, you know, it'd be funny if I edited this down to like a couple key points, edited this 5 hours down to 1 hour, and it was just my thoughts on Rise of Skywalker, just relatively streamlined. And then, no, I don't like Vashi needs to be scripted. Also, Cameron, this is fair, but also my things are just stream of consciousness things. It's not like I'm not gonna do a stream at any point that's specifically like, okay, today we're talking about X political topic. God damn, actually, yeah, that happened. That happened. Did I upload the archive of it at least? I don't remember if I did. I probably did because I did finish uploading the full archive of all of Knights of the Old Republic. It's been a while since I've gone back and uploaded more archives. Over the summer, I was gonna catch up on that. I almost did. Came very close. And the semester started, and the only times I ever remember to upload is in the morning, and I can't upload a YouTube video in the morning because everyone is doing Zoom classes. I would break my classes, and everyone else in the house is... I would totally watch this. I don't trust myself to do like a... I don't trust myself to do a specifically political stream and give it enough proper nuance. I feel like for me at least, to get my political thoughts out on something and do it in a complex and decent way, I have to script it. Okay, we killed one of these. Melia's kind of fun to play, but it seems difficult to do a lot of damage with her in a small span, especially not in the way Shulk can. Part of why I switched to Melia from Shulk is that The party of Shulk, Dunban, and Ricky is just far too overpowered. Also, the teleporter's right here? No, that's the one I came from. Wait. Let me look at the map. Where am I actually trying to go? Hovering Reef 1. Went to Showdown Cliff from there. And to Latael Shore? Latael. Does it want me to... Oh, wait. Where did I come from? Does this teleporter actually bring me where I want it to? Okay, hold on. Looking for it right now. What, the Star Wars stream? Now that I think about it, I don't think I uploaded it. I think I planned on uploading the full archive at the same time as the cut down version. And since I scrapped the cut version, I don't think I ever released the proper VOD. Turbulent Belmo. Belmo's World. Belmo's World. I'm gonna head out for tonight. Good night, Cam. Okay, good night, Gremlin. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest. Okay, Hovering Reef 2. I was sure that that teleporter was where I came from in the first place, but I guess not. Oh. The Hode has seen me. Pray tell, what is a Hode? What word is that based on? Is that based on anything, or did you just say, you know, it would be a funny name for our character? Hode. Oh, I tried to put that character to sleep. Put that enemy to sleep just before it died. That was pointless. Okay, this is dead. I got a refined ponytail. Wait.
Not bad at all.
Like an actual pony's tail? Because that's a little bizarre for that creature to just have on them, for one. But for two, if it's referring to the hair ponytail, did we cut this creature's hair off after we killed it and said, yeah, this is useful, let's take this with us? I have to know, what is this actually referring to? Refined ponytail. This spectacular ponytail may still be in fashion a century from now. Okay, in fashion. So it's the hair. We stole this creature's hair. Why? What prompted us to do this? Chlorolia. Okay, so in general, oh boy. Guess we're gonna kill this. Are these, hold on. Okay, so Melia buffs the party. This gives extra ether, which is magic, for those who don't know. Ups magic abilities. This ups strength. Are those mutually exclusive? Because they kind of looked like it. Looked like it. When I used one, it replaced the buff with the other. I'm just thinking out loud. Oh no, the buff just doesn't last a long time, it looks like. Okay, that's fine. So I'm noticing that, in general, the teleporters do take you in a straight line away from where it's pointing. Which means that since the story marker's that way, of course I'm gonna go this way, because exploration. Impossible. Perhaps the archives are incomplete. I take it you didn't find it. The archives are, in fact, objectively incomplete. Hi, what is fighting me? Hi, Archer Hode.
Melia, this is unexpected.
No.
Lovely, I feel my power returning to me.
Power sounds like sound. I feel the ether.
Oh no, okay. They aren't mutually exclusive. It's, so the way Melia works is hard to explain because we're no longer in a fight with her, and I'll wait until next time to do any sort of any sort of explanation. A sea frog with an icon of a rat. Whitetail. Okay. What is this way? I'm glad, Dunban. Thanks. He's still good to go, fellas. Was that level 39? We are close to 40. It's almost happening. And, I've read that, like, the 70s, 80s range is, roughly where you're gonna be at the end of the game. So, if we're going by levels, it certainly sounds like we're over halfway there. Or about halfway there. Which would line up with where we are in the chapters. In which case, what, this is the 7th stream? I am not... I will be shocked if we beat this in 14 streams, because... not Breath of the Wild. Skyward Sword lasted longer than that. Skyward Sword was like 18 streams. I think. 16, I think, was the number. That sounds right. If this takes a if Skyward Sword ends up being longer than this game, because part of why I was hesitant to stream this for so long is because this game is a long game. This game, if you go for completionist at least, like, takes 120 hours. Now, I'm not going for completionist, but like, that's so much. Mikkel found me and jumped on my lap. That's how you're intended to read that, yes? Oh god, this one has a spike. Let's try and use a chain attack and kill that as soon as possible. Okay, water elemental regenerates HP for nearby allies. She can be a healer now. Thank God. What's this? Reduces defense of enemies in range, inflicts art seal and removes auras. Oh, that might actually be useful to... Does a spike count as an aura? For those who don't know, a spike is an effect that continuously damages whatever character the enemy's targeting. So I want to disable that as soon as I can. Fire elemental. Here I come. What do I want Ricky to do? Can I force topple it? Sure. I did it. Cool. That was a decent amount of HP, decent amount of damage done. I can't use Art Seal, it seems. Is that because it doesn't have any auras? Oh, inflicts Art Seal and removes auras. Oh. Removes auras from us, I think. I'm not sure how that attack works. I don't know how this character works. I may sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. At least not for this character.
Almost there. Don't lose focus. Witness my true power. Summon.
This dies now. Cool. Donnie didn't eat, die. Donnie didn't eat, die. I'm the funny man. Everyone is saying this. Okay, Sarath Lighthouse. Okay. I'm curious how I'm gonna feel about this area when I'm actually going around and questing in it, because, like, the actual layout of the place, it's very large, but also it's just like these little 3-prong fidget spinner things with teleporters on them. I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard to actually tell how to get from one place to another. Also, have I been here? Heart to heart. Can't do it yet. Okay. It has been I haven't done a heart-to-heart between my any party members since like chapter 3 probably. Can I not get seen by this? I'd appreciate not getting seen by the giant fire Pokemon. What's the legendary bird fire Pokemon? Moltres. I only remember that because it's a major Pokemon and I have any Nintendo knowledge. I'm not a Pokemon person. Come on. Oh, this transport's broken. Okay. Can Shulk fix it? It would probably say something to that effect if he could. That's probably activated in a quest. But sure, let me switch to Shulk anyway. It appears to be broken 2 times because I hit the button twice by accident. Okay, back to Melia. Okay, I think now is probably the time to try and get myself back on a reasonable route. Wait, have I taken this? Hold on, are there 2 transporters over here to the right? Hold on, you see this lighthouse thing? The transporter in the middle of it took me up to the top of the lighthouse, but I think there's a transporter behind it that takes me to another island. Please dodge the Moltres. Nope, got another fight. Listen, I'm busy. Ooh, you know what I just realized? This is a fire-themed enemy. Melia can directly attack with water. Do you think that's gonna do extra damage? I'm curious. It didn't. Just because you breathe fire doesn't mean your body is made of fire and therefore you will be weak to water. Alright, it's about to die. There we go. Give me things. Jagged tail. I'm just ripping body parts off of these. I did a murder. Hi, I'm going to take your tail with me. This hair looks rather tasty. But we have to make sure it stays in a ponytail when I take it. We're going to keep the hair tie and everything. All right, where is this taking me? Hovering Reef 5. Another one. Oh. Donnie, what does enemy mean? Enemy. Dance with me! I love Dunban's battle quotes. Can I bind it? Nope. Okay. Down that goes. Victory to Ricky. And only Ricky. Okay, there only seems to be one transport out of here. But there's this giant, like, circular area around it. I probably need to come here for a quest. I saw, god damn it. I knew as soon as I saw it existed that it would see me and do a fight, but new Dan Olsen video about science and QAnon. The Flat Earth video? Yeah, haven't watched it yet, but I plan to. It's like an hour and 20 minutes though, right? I'll get around to it. Heropon very cool, says Ricky. Thank you. Well, I can't defend against that, but don't think I can post in chat and search Dan Olsen folding ideas on YouTube. Yeah, I don't think the links will come through. I did some messing with the link rules so I could try and allow Twitch clips, but not links. And I think the result was that, and not other links, and I think the result was that it proceeded to allow all links. You know what? If you want to try, sure, go ahead. Don't have a problem with it in this case, but hi, did I just loop back around to where I was from the start? Flavel Andos. That looks like a machine? Okay. No, I haven't been here. Oh my. Palti Chroma. Flutes Chroma. Yeah, I figured you'd see me. There's Flavor Andros. Hi, I don't like this forced first-person perspective, but I cannot move. Okay, there we go.
Focus your attack. Ricky!
Hero Pond, very cool. Now that I've pointed it out, he's gonna say it every 2 seconds. Alright, let's do a chain attack. How do I want to buff everyone? Do I want to buff everyone? Strength up. There you go. Here Ricky go!
Holy poly, keep on rolling! Wow!
We are at one with the battlefield. Amateurish.
Dumban! I expect no less from you.
Leave this to me. Spirit breath.
Reduces defense of enemies in range. Well, that'll surely be super useful at the last second of the fight. Okay.
Ricky like fighting easy monsters.
Ricky like fighting easy monsters. I feel that. I mean, most of them are easy now because Ricky's super overpowered. Ether crystal deposit. Will there be a landmark that I can teleport to from here? Why do I swap between fast travel, skip travel, and teleport so often? Done a movie, all property therein got blocked in Denmark. Why? Was it music? Fuck Denmark. Copyright ye. Yeah. There's a thunderstorm in the distance. All my homies hate Denmark. That party gauge is declining rather quickly. Me playing Civ 6. Okay, I think I'm in relative no man's land here. So, there's no teleporter this way. I've seen where these two lead. I haven't seen where this one leads. There's one more spot to go. Do you think the game expects you to wander absolutely everywhere here? Or do you think it expects you to go do the thing, and then once you collect quests, you now have incentive to go exploring? Because I'm just looking for locations so I can have them marked on my map. Granted, okay, the game expects you to do either or because, you know, as you explore more, you unlock more landmarks and you can fast travel places. Oh, that's right. It's not that I didn't try to go to that one. This one's broken. I can't get over here yet. So I've seen where this teleporter leads, seen where this one leads. There's not one here. I've seen where this leads and this leads. Okay, in that case, I should start heading for the center here, but we don't actually have teleporters that lead in that direction that I haven't tried. Does this heart-to-heart spot maybe have one? Okay. I've got some things to try. Never mind, it expects you to explore because it's confusing. Keep looking at the camera and being taken aback at how unkempt I look. Please tweet about it so I can retweet it. The copyright thing? My hair is frizzy as fuck. I haven't shaved in days because my shaving cream was wasted. I went into my bathroom like not an hour ago. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I went into the bathroom a couple hours ago, like an hour before the stream, to find a new full can of shaving cream, just vibing on the sink. Guess mother felt pity, took pity on me because my sister dumped my shaving cream all over the sink. It's a whole story regarding that. Not gonna tell it again. No copyright law in the universe can stop me, Cam Man. Cam Man. 'Tis I, the Cam Man. There's a teleporter that way. Okay. So there was one that I missed, and it was the one that led to the story location, it looks like. Naturally, absolute shock. Reminds me that after I made my announcement I was gonna piss on student media, I got a bunch of new people from the paper following me, i.e. potential future audiences. Marketable people. Charla and Ricky have a heart-to-heart here that I can't do. As usual. Tweeted, but you can't retweet because my account is private. That'll do it. Oh wow, and it's right here. It's literally directly in front of where this lets you out. Surprise, surprise. Okay, cutscene time. Cam Man, my favorite robot master.
Who are these guys? Are those wings on their head? They must be high Entia.
Like those helmets. they're beak-shaped.
Welcome home, Lady Melia.
It's ice.
Huh?
Thank you, Captain. These Homs and this Nopon are my guests. See them safely to the guest quarters. Give them anything they need.
As you wish. What's going on?
I have no idea.
I like how Charla is only there so that she can have banter with Ryan now.
Melia,
I guess they're all only there to banter with others. Melia, are you? Vision.
Melia.
I cannot speak now, but I shall fulfill my promise.
I understand.
I will arrange for an audience with the Emperor. Will you wait?
We won't move an inch. Trust me.
My thanks.
Okay, bye
Lady
everyone.
Melia, he says. Shulk, you thinking the same as me?
What is it that I'm supposed to be thinking?
Whatever her position is here, Melia won't let us down.
I'm sure you're right.
Hello?
More of these guys.
We've been ordered to kill you on sight. Xenoblade Chronicles, getting into fights with border control.
I must report the Telethia's defeat to His Majesty and request entry to Prison Island.
Kind of getting the vibe that I'm about to take control of her and just
I
her.
must hurry to the audience chamber.
Yep, okay. Just Melia, main entrance. I must report news of the Telethia subjugation to His Majesty. I should hurry to the audience chamber. That was... I did not actually intend to walk back that way, but it definitely stops you. I mean, they are immigrants. They are, in fact, Crossing the border. Whoa. Forgot just how sprawling of a city Alcamoth was.
You say the second consort's child survived her ordeal?
Who, what, when? Umea.
Forgive me, first consort.
Escalators. They're so advanced.
I, Tyrea, vow to see your orders fulfilled.
Whilst she's in the capital, do not underestimate the lengths to which His Majesty and the child's loathsome goons will go.
Does this random lady want Melia dead? I don't know who this person is.
How, pray tell? Will you avoid the guards?
I will do whatever it takes.
Oh, your stupidity bores me.
Your Highness,
Enough of your drivel!
Okay.
We will have our chance when she stakes her claim to the throne.
And who are you? She just steps on and zoom! Imperial Capital Alcamoth. Neato. Fuck, welcome to America. We got escalators, ice, and white people. I like the extra fuck for good measure.
Yes?
Glad to see you're safe and sound, Lady Melia.
Yes?
His Majesty was most worried when you were not here. He thought it was reckless to face a Telethier. A Telethier. Great Hall. Okay. Lots of guards who I don't wish to speak to. Can't view this yet. Possibly because there is no other person to have a heart-to-heart with. How about you, random citizen? You want to have a heart-to-heart with me? Looking at the map, there's 3 ways out of here. I imagine it probably just wants me to go forward. And yet I'm curious about these other doors. Even though this probably isn't intended to be an exploratory section at all, given that... Yeah, it's not even open. It's not even open, given that I'm on my own. Probably gonna come here with the whole party later and then be able to explore the giant palace. Let's not forget Church and Empire. Those are important components of America. Ascension Hall.
Yes?
These are wacky looking stairs. I like them. What is this? What is this glowy water you got down there? Every part of her clothing will clip into every other part of her clothing.
Melia Antiqua, First Princess, has returned, Your Majesty.
First Princess, so you're his daughter, yes? Why must you call him Your Majesty? Fuck royalty.
Raise
Fuck
your
monarchy. Saurian.
Your Majesty.
The Telethier rained havoc on countless veteran knights. You triumphed where they could not.
Ha 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 ha.
I find it difficult to suppress these feelings of pride for you, my kin.
Those ears are wild.
But, Your Majesty, I failed to return with any of the subjects you entrusted to me.
He's an emperor. Do you think he cares about human lives?
My inexperience cost them their lives.
We will grieve for them, but it could not have been avoided. It was their duty and honor to fight beside you. They were all aware of your limits.
Emperor!
Keep those feelings of frustration close to you. It will help you to remember the debt you owe to those that have fallen.
Your Majesty, concerning such debts, there were others who aided me.
The Homs and Nopon that accompanied you to the capital?
Callian. I'm being introduced to so many new named characters.
They have been arrested by Imperial security.
Arrested! That's what happened to us. Good, I'm glad. Why?
Shulk and his companions.
Yes, for reasons pertaining to the weapon this Shulk possesses.
Shulk's weapon? Do you mean the Monado?
So it is true. If that weapon is truly the Monado, we shall be forced to take action.
Oh boy.
Why?
Why?
There is a legend, passed down through the generations, of a divine weapon, the Monado. It is said that the Bionis itself bestows the blade upon a chosen one.
And thus what we did was arrest said chosen one.
However, if the chosen one is black of heart, he will cause the destruction of the High Entia.
Among the
That's
High
unfortunate.
Entia exist the good and bad alike. Homs and Nopon are no different. If this boy is the chosen one,
the Divine Seer's interrogation will reveal where his allegiances lie.
So you intend to keep them confined?
we must.
Keep your emotions in so you can remember what you owe to the dead. Ouch! Bad joke. Thank you for letting me know. I'm sure the suspense of knowing what the joke could have been will kill me.
Father, I mean, Your Majesty.
Oh, she spoke out of turn.
I assure you, Shulk is of pure heart.
As my successor, you will play a role of great importance. Calm your spirit and be patient.
Dear sister, I can see the Emperor's words have confused you.
Brother.
His Majesty has spoken. He recognizes you as the Crown Princess.
Princess.
You are to be the next ruler of the High Entia.
Me? And not you?
Yes. The Emperor asked for my counsel, and I told him as I tell you now.
So, it's a monarchy, but instead of the firstborn being the one who will rule, the current monarch is like, you're my favorite child.
You will make a fine empress. There is no one more suited to leading our people.
When has anybody in the history of the entire universe referred to their siblings as brother, sister, sibling?
You proved that when you dispatched the Telethia.
I don't know what to...
Melia.
But the soldiers. I am not fit to rule. I should visit their families and beg for pardon.
Melia, you know that this is not allowed.
Wait, she's not allowed to visit their families? Wait, what law is against that? You cannot go offer your condolences.
I know. But it does nothing for the guilt I feel.
It is as the Emperor said. Grieve their departing, and engrave in your heart their great deeds.
I will.
You are right to question these things. But take pride in who you are. The Emperor has chosen wisely in you, Melia.
I am to be Crown Princess.
Yes, you are.
Who is Lorithia? Please stop introducing new names. Dude's hands are larger than his whole head. That's her
The
outfit.
Ministries of Research and Records
course that's
are
her outfit.
united in support of His Majesty's decision. I Minister Lorithia have no objection to your appointment.
You're definitely the question mark lady from earlier who like walked in and we only saw her legs. There's no way that's not you.
I understand.
I would never openly question our divine emperor. But the wielder of the Monado, the chosen one, might be a useful tool.
You think so too?
Yes. But a lowly servant of the realm such as myself could never question his majesty.
What is your role? What position do you hold?
However, if the divine seer were to intervene...
The seer could free Shulk.
They should be exchanging words as we speak.
And then fade to black to the others. Wow, I didn't think that was actually exactly what was going to happen. Video games. I wonder who might be evil.
Idiot bird brains. What do we do?
If your tits are exposed, you're evil. That's how it works in this world. Sorry, Charla.
A fancy prison is still a prison.
What happened to Melia? I don't see her locked up in here with us.
Exactly. She's in on this.
Shulk, any thoughts here?
Melia won't let us down. She promised to take us to Prison Island. And she's not the kind of person to break a promise.
Okay, Shulk.
We've known her for what, a day?
I believe you. If you believe Melia, then no arguments from me.
Why is it only Shulk? That's bizarre. Okay. Oh, they're all just vibing. Shulk, you no have to worry. Bird people not bad.
Yeah?
The ones who came to meet Melia were also wearing those masks. What in the world is going on?
Yo.
What is all this? How can they treat us like this? That Melia chick. You are sure we can really trust her, right? Where's Dunban? Hi. Staring out the window, of course he is.
Right.
We have never had any contact with the High Entia before. Perhaps they are being cautious just as we would. Oh. Talking to all of them was the trigger. I was actually gonna end it there. After all this, I assume. Assuming it's a good stopping point. Like, I want to get to, like, a point where it makes sense, pacing-wise, to stop, or suspense-wise. To be interrogated by the Divine Seer.
Stand back.
Hello, who's the Divine Seer? That's who I think it is, isn't it?
Alvis?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing here?
This boy is just some mysterious person who we met a while ago in, Machna Forest. And was able to wield the Monado, which is wacky because Shulk is the only one who can wield the Monado. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I see. So that is why you are here.
Is Melia okay? We didn't mean to cause her any trouble.
Rest assured, she is fine. The real reason you have been detained is not because you are outsiders.
You don't mean...
Yes. The Monado. You see, the High Entia and the Monado go back many years. Millennia, in fact.
Oh.
Leave everything to me.
Shulk.
I shall see to it that you are not held for long. We cannot have the saviors of Her Highness treated as criminals now, can we? Free these people.
Oh?
I shall take responsibility for their actions whilst inside the capital. They are now guests of the Imperial family.
Okay.
Sir.
I am required to report to His Majesty. Otherwise, I would escort you around the capital. Use this room at your leisure. You are free to roam the city or stay here and rest.
Oh, you know which one I'm going.
Farewell.
Hold on, Alvis. I need to ask you.
Be patient. I know what it is you wish to ask. Do not fear.
I don't know what he's
You will
asking.
learn when the time is right.
Probably something about why he can use the Monado, because he didn't answer that the first time.
The life of the rich. So where are we going?
Anywhere but here. I'm bored of this stuffy room.
Okay then.
Ricky, find Melia for Shulk.
I forgot Ricky just had like a cat face that he was wearing.
Your Eminence.
What God want?
If you're after Alvis, he's gone.
What? Where did he go?
I don't know. Why is your hand a square? Look at that. Welcome to America. You got rich to the people against the capitalist. Cutscenes.
What happened?
We received an SOS from a small squadron repairing a transporter at Erith Sea. But the transmission was interrupted, and we have lost all contact with the squadron.
I wonder who we have to go save. Because the person they would normally send to go do the save is not here. Why are your hands one polygon?
Sounds like they need our help.
Shulk and Ricky go help. Ricky and friends help people in trouble.
Of course. We're happy to help.
But you're outsiders.
Soldier man, not worry. Hereupon Ricky is here to save the day.
It is
Ryan,
most appreciated.
Ryan very clearly
We
has
need all
shoulder
help we can
problems.
get.
Every single idle animation of his is like, ugh. Which, you know what? Can relate. Can relate very much. Okay, so we don't have Melia anymore. Let's go ahead and swap some people out. Let's do Shulk, Ryan, and Ricky. That's a combination I haven't tried. You know what? Let's play as Ryan. I haven't done that in a while. I said that earlier this stream, and then didn't play as him at all. Requested by Story Quest. There's been a support request from a worker who's fixing a transporter near Sarath Lighthouse. We can just teleport right there. Go to the hovering reef, ask where the worker is. Okay. Well, that seems like as good a spot as any to go ahead and stop. What do you pals think? It has been nearly 3.5 hours, so these are steadily getting longer, or they're longer than 3 hours. The last two have. Goodbye, Cam. I really appreciated the stream. Well, I appreciated you being here. Thank you, pals. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, you don't care what I think. I do. I do. I do. Achoo. That's what I'm doing. Good night, chat, and also Cam. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we're gonna be exploring the Imperial City of Alchemoth and seeing how the rich live, and hopefully progressing in the story more. I imagine there will be a good amount of just running around and mindlessly doing quests as normal, because, you know, we're in a new area that's gonna have a bunch of new quests for us. So, yeah, that's gonna be the next time. Thank you, pals, for joining me. Next time will be tomorrow, 6 p.m., usual time. See you, pals, then. Bye. Gamer.